Thank you, band. You're watching Amazon still. We're talking about Aso Ebi, you know, the cost of having a party really in Nigeria when you can affect so many lives that really need help. But then it is not only Aso Ebi that makes a party in Nigeria, a party in Lagos, Enugu, Port Harcourt, or wherever. You also have to look at the total package, which is the decoration of the hall. Decoration is, you cannot talk about decoration without talking about flowers. And we have a guest on Amazons today. Their business is the flower business. Sweet smell in the hall for the party. You know, you come into the hall, it's like, you know, it's like a resort garden. Our guests on Amazons, Julie Trimnell of Newton and David. Please welcome. Thank you so much, Julie, for joining us on Amazons today. We're looking at parties. End of the year is usually very busy for a lot of people. That's when you have wedding ceremonies. You know, some people are celebrating their birthdays in a big way. You know, the end of the year, even some people celebrate Christmas. You know, the birth of Christ. It's a celebration for some people. What is it about flowers and events and ceremonies? Why flowers? Why do you need flowers in the halls? Why do you need flowers to be part of the wedding arrangement? Why flowers?
Well, flowers bring a lot to the event. I mean, an event is not just about the flowers, obviously, but flowers just help to enhance the experience of the event. And it just makes a whole lot of difference when you enter a hall and you see colors. And luckily, flowers lends itself to colors. So when you call themes for us and you call beautiful colors and you find the flowers to match your event, so it just rounds it up perfectly. So flowers just say it all. Like in Newton and David, we say it with flowers.
In coordinating the colors for a party, does Aso Ebi influence your choice of colors for flowers for any occasion at all?
Well, from our end, it doesn't. But obviously from the client who's coming and saying, we want these colors, they've already done that arrangement themselves. They want the ambience and the flowers to match what they're wearing. So from our end, we don't say, okay, what Aso Ebi are you wearing so we can match it. They come and say, we want blue, we want white, we want this, because they know it matches the theme of the day. And more invariably, the Aso Ebi normally matches the theme of the day. So.
Okay, are there particular, sorry, darling, are there particular flowers for particular occasions? Like, do you have, in Nigeria, do we use particular flowers to, as in, is it, like you're having a wedding, do you have particular flowers you use? If it's a burial, do you have particular flowers you use?
Well, because, again, the theme is on colors. So if you're coming to me and you say you want predominantly white, even though it's for a funeral, we would be looking for flowers that would, you know, that'll be big, blossomy, like hydrangeas that are white, that are wide, you know, those, whatever. But traditionally, you have flowers that will match certain events. But in Nigeria, because we focus on our colors and the matching and everything, and exactly, we make sure that it goes. You could actually come and say, no, I only want white roses, you know, specific requests, then that's different.
Is having flowers at events, is it a Nigerian culture or is it an adopted culture?
I would say it's an adopted culture, but it works. It works. Where we're at now, it works.
I agree with you. Now, the reason I ask is, I know that getting flowers in Nigeria, it's not something that's grown here. Most of the time, you bring them in.
Well, we get flowers, third-party sources, third-party suppliers. So.
Exactly. Now, and I know that because of that, it makes it really expensive. And some people go without it, even though they would love to have it. But because I know that to get a bunch of flowers here for maybe, you know, Valentine's Day or something, you would have to spend quite a lot of money. Is that correct?
That's true.
Okay,
yes.
But does it affect, you know, when people come up to you and when they want to have a wedding? I do understand the fact that, you know, I mean, it's common culture that, you know, you have the usual bouquet when you're getting married. But in terms of decorating the hall, do people actually spend a lot of money because of how expensive the flowers are?
Well, it depends. Some will spend a lot of money. If they have it, well, say it with flowers. But what we're seeing, a lot of people are also saying we want non-floral decor. So and that also works because that gives us an opportunity to be more creative with props, with all kinds of things that are not floral. So when they come to us, they know they have the option. Do you want floral or do you want non-floral? And more and more people are saying, no flowers for me. If it's more like a budget thing or... just even as a matter of choice. Not everybody likes flowers, so we're not going to, generalize and say, yes, you must have. But it does look different when we have flowers there, but we have the option. You want to say, look, do me non-floral, it would be just as nice.
So when a client comes to you and says, this is my budget I want to make the hall look beautiful, do you give professional advice as to what will work for the client as opposed to what, how buoyant that will make your business flourish?
Oh no, in Newton and David, it's all about the client. It's all about the client. So if you come to us with your budget and we can work with it, we will suggest, like I said, we could say, okay, if you don't want to, really, if you don't want to spend lots of money, let's go non-floral, let's do this, let's do these props, let's use these screens, and it will be just as nice. So yes, it's a matter of what the client wants. It's not about what our pockets, what we put in our pockets, what makes the client happy, and what at the end of the day will be a Newton and David standard.
So a few years ago, we had 5 to 10 years ago, we weren't using flowers at occasions at all.
And it was still beautiful.
And it was still, I agree, but I do like going to an occasion and seeing flowers. And did you start the business because you thought, we could use flowers for occasions, or was it that the demand was there, which made you say, let's do flowers?
Well, I'll say, flowers were being used in churches anyway. So I think, for me, I would say it was like an evolution from that.
Church. Okay.
So it just generally grew, and it just took a strong place in an event setting. And it just has come to stay, so to speak.
Have you dealt with so many people, and obviously you're into event planning as well and everything. Would you say that, the way Nigeria is going now, that we're beginning to be extravagant in our events thing? And because for you to have a party now, if you don't have an event planner, you're not in.
So you're not.
You're not in, Unlike before that, I want to have a birthday party. I tell my friends I know where they should meet me. I order the food and it's okay. But now it's like event planning, it's a big thing. Would you say that we're beginning to overdo it, or you think it's just, Nigeria moving with the times?
Yes, it's Nigeria moving with the times. From our perspective, events, we're trying to look at it in a very holistic way.
Julie, I know that this is a question that a lot of us out there will be interested in. We'll just take a break. When we come back, Julie will answer Dalwaku's question. Your answer.
Yes, I'd say events now and events decor and everything. Yes, we are getting extravagant. We're really going OTT, like they said, over the top. But at the end of the day, we're doing what clients want us to do, and also we're trying to keep up with international standards, and we are so comparative, and it's good. But at Newton and David, we'd like to look at the other aspect of this. The more extravagant the event gets, then the more people we have to call in. The more carpenters we need, the more ironmongers we need, electricians. So this is the way we look at it. We're putting
it's an industry, really.
Many more people get involved. The carpenters are there for hours. Their boys are there for hours. So that's the way we look at it. We are getting people involved. More and more people are getting involved in events, and you wouldn't believe the ripple effect.
Yes.
So it's a good thing. From our perspective, it's a very good thing. It's going to set off a whole new industry that is just going to continue, and a lot of people will become rich from it. People that would never have dreamt that, oh my goodness, I can do this. We have young people now coming in and asking us in Newton, can we get trained? Can we get trained? And it's hopeful. We have young people, we're getting people into doing websites for us, getting them involved in one aspect of designing the hall. It's fantastic. So from outside, it's looking like extravagant, but from us, we're grateful that we can actually get more people on board to join us and be part of this fantastic industry.
Thank you so very much,
Thank
Julie
you so
Trinell.
much.
Thank you. Julie Trinell of Newton and David was our guest also on Amazons today, where we have looked at the party culture in Nigeria, the culture of Aso Ebi, And is it extravagant? The culture of decorating halls for parties now, is it extravagant, or is it African really? Or do we go over the top to get involved in importing the Western values and culture? At the end, you make up your mind. Thank you so very much. We'll see you again next time.
Nice for having you.
Thank you so very much, Ivan. Thank you. I've had a ball here today. Aso Ebi, you can't have a party without a band. You can't have a party without Aso Ebi. You can't have a party without decorating the hall. It's a whole total package, Bimbo.
And they're making money, please. For those of you out there who want to buy the Amazon's Aso Ebi, please go to our website. We shall send you the bank account. We need to make some of that money. But I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I won't lie. I am not, look, the best wedding I've been to is my friend's wedding. And what it was there were 4 friends, her father, her brothers and sisters, her mom, and that was it. We went to the court. From the court, we went to the house. We had lunch, and we all went home. There was nothing like Aso Ebi.
But that's the Western, Bimbo.
No, that's brilliant. That's the Western. Marriage is between you and the man. It's not between you and a whole load of
no, in front of family and friends
Aso Ebi
and witnesses.
10 people witness.
5 people. 10 people is so minimal. For us, we are a society with large presence. We are a society with extended family.
With the level of poverty in this country.
Society, but I'm not supporting the Aso Ebi thing, but for our culture and tradition to survive, we must sustain it. Whether we now bring in profanity to it is another question entirely. It is African, the Aso Ebi, it is Nigerian. We will not dilute it with Western influences, and we would continue from generation to generation.
Hold on.
Auntie Shade told us that it was the king that was wearing Aso Ebi, king and his family. That's not part of our culture. It was not meant for the poor man on the streets. King, family of king.
No, the one you are talking about.
That's why it originated from.
We would not argue about it here. That Aso Ebi, for us as Nigerians, is now our culture. It's a tradition. We have introduced extravagance to it, no doubt. But the fact remains that Aso Ebi is us.
I agree with you, and I agree with you as well. But the thing is, I just want to be given the choice not to wear the Aso Ebi. If I don't want to wear the Aso Ebi, and if I don't want to buy your Aso Ebi, please, can you not be offended? And please, when you're sharing things, please give me some because I made time to come to your party.
No, because what they are sharing is the proceeds from the Aso Ebi now.
But
you didn't buy, so why do you
fair,
want
though.
to?
It's not
to be
fair.
like that.
It's not fair for you
But
to...
that is what
it's
it
not
is.
fair for you
It's
to
not
go
supposed
over
to
me
be like that.
because I'm not wearing your Aso Ebi. It's embarrassing. You're sitting
you
on a
want the
table
gift, get the Aso Ebi now.
with
It's
10
simple.
people,
I
and just
know.
because you're the only one not wearing the Aso Ebi, they
not-
take
it's not
everything
right.
over you because it's embarrassing. You shouldn't embarrass people like that.
That's because they want you to buy it next time.
Look, I'm one that believes that we have to start promoting our own culture and tradition. We have to go back home. I am one that believes that totally. But I don't believe that me buying 160,000 naira Aso Ebi
No,
is
Shade
culture.
Balogun told us
It's
it is not.
ridiculous.
It's not static. They are grades. You
If it's
buy the ones
1,000,
that
if it's
for
not
a-
more than 1.5, I'm okay.
If you
2,000 is too
for
much.
a party, you can have categories of Aso Ebi. One for 5,000 for those who want to buy, one for 15,000, one for 25 for the same party, and one for 100. And for those who think that look, this one is too cheap for me and my friends.
Yes.
So we are of this, class.
Level, yeah.
Therefore, we must.
But
adhere
Aisha,
to
you
the
know what
same.
happens? Those that have 160,000 get 160,000 naira gift. Those that buy the 5,000 get whatever change from the 5,000 naira gift.
A packet of Indomie noodle.
Maybe. If you're lucky.
Yeah, buying the Aso Ebi is an investment to them, and when they are paying you back the dividend,
Yeah.
it is according to the investment, the equity. Isn't that what they say?
But if it's our culture and it's part of our culture now, and it's also part of our tradition, why put such a huge amount to it? Isn't it basically for people to identify with you and identify with what you're doing, and they're celebrating with you?
Our culture is colorful. Our culture is beautiful. Our culture is like no other in the world. That is why it is our culture. I must thank our beautiful audience for being part of the Amazons today. And we must sustain the culture without being unreasonable about it. I'm Aisha Falude. Please go and join the discussion on our website, www.theamazons.com.ng. Should we continue with the culture of Aso Ebi? I'm Aisha Falude. See you again next time.
Come on,